I was making snow angel.
Area code 804 is on the line. Area 804, you're on live with us.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, this D Jeff again. Y'all get ready to talk about Inoue?
I don't know. I was just saying Inoue moving on. But Anakajas is fighting this weekend. I mean, do you think, Inoue can move up? He could move up, I'm sorry, to fight Inoue?
Yeah. Oh, okay. I thought you was about to ask me about Jonathan Rodriguez because he's going to get the hell beat out of him. I don't know if Ankajas want to bother with Inoue, man. Ankajas didn't even step up and fight Cal Yafai. I don't even know if he want to bother with Inoue, man. He might get dumped on. But I know he's going to beat the hell out of Jonathan Rodriguez.
Yeah, he is.
Weekend.
More likely. But hey, Rodriguez, he actually has pretty decent body work, a pretty solid right hand. He might give him some problems, but it's not going to be I mean, we'll see. But I think Anakaha should win. But yeah, I mean, you could give your thoughts on Inoue. Go ahead.
Yeah, hey, LT, I actually do. I got it saved in. Well, no, I got a whole bunch of heat because I put Inoue over Terrence Crawford. I just wanted to talk about that. This might shock some people on the pound for pounders. I put Inoue over Terrence Crawford. You know why? Because, bro, you can't. How long can Terrence Crawford lean on what he did at 140? How long can he lean on that? It's 147 now, fam. And I know that you're a great boxer, and but. Come on, bro. When we gave you the level of competition, the guys you fought, and what you've done since 140, Naoya has got you beat, bro. So he's got to go underneath Inoue. I mean, if he gets a valid win, like he goes in there and beats Pacquiao or something like that, okay, we can maybe slide him back up. But as of right now, I got Monster Inoue over Terrence Crawford.
Yeah. Some people do.
Yeah.
You're not the only one.
I mean, like you know what it is, D, I think, and I've always said this, the pound for pound list or anything regarding pound for pound, even historically, it's always biased towards the divisions in the middle. It always has been. Because there's, because you see like fast paced action, but you also see knockouts, right? Yeah. The problem is that if these guys were smaller, they wouldn't have as much power. Therefore, they wouldn't be knocking out as many guys. If they were bigger, they wouldn't move as quickly because they're bigger, right? But it's just, it's the middle classes. That's why I don't think it's an accident that, welterweight has produced some of the biggest stars in boxing history, really, especially if we go back to like the 80s. I mean, it started with Robinson in like the 50s, you know what I mean? But even like you go to the 80s, whether it's Leonard and then Duran moved up, Hearn, you know what I mean? And then the 90s, De La Hoya, Trinidad, and then Mayweather later on. Pacquiao, was considered top pound for pound when he was a welterweight. That, Whitaker was considered top pound for pound when he was a welterweight. So it's just, pound for pound inherently favors the weight classes in the middle, from lightweight to middleweight. It just favors it.
Well, how many times has a welterweight been the best pound for pound fighter in the world? A lot of times. A lot of times.
Look, this is the thing. This is why, like, I'm a huge Spence fan. But, bro, it kind of just irks me when I hear these guys talking about Errol Spence and then placing them on the pound for pound. And a lot of times I'm like, bro, what about Juan Francisco Estrada?
Yeah.
What about Inoue? Like,
I never heard anybody say Donny Nietes. Like, I've never heard people say that. It's very biased. It's always U.S. biased, and it's always biased to whoever the networks are pushing and the pundits are pushing. Unfortunately, you'll never hear guys from the Philippines, Japan, especially guys in the lowest weight classes being pushed to that level. It just has never existed. And I got to include Mexico in that too, because even Finito Lopez did not get the credit he deserved when he was ruling for all of those years.
Go ahead.
what Kazuta Ioka. Look
Thank
at
you.
what Kazuta Ioka just did. Kazuta Ioka is over Errol Spence, in my opinion. Like, and I'm a huge Spence fan. Don't get it twisted. Like, everybody knows I'm Spence all day, but I mean, come on, let's like be honest about it. Those guys should be over Spence. But you ask a lot of the people in the consensus that, oh, Errol Spence. I'll give you one right there in his own stable and on his own network. Why the hell is Spence over Jamel Charlo? Like, come on, let's be real. Jamel Charlo should be over Spence. This is like a popularity thing.
I agree with that.
I agree with that. I agree with that. No, but I'm telling you what it is. Like if you think about pound for pound, they tell people, oh, imagine if they were all the same size, right? But everyone just happens to keep all their attributes, right? Well, even that's not realistic, and this is why it favors the divisions in the middle. Because again, if Inoue was a welterweight, I mean, a dude punching like that, a welterweight will be a monster. You know what I mean? Yeah. But you know, he's not a welterweight. You know?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. No,
but it's you don't see a lot of knockouts in lower weight classes, right? And in the higher weight classes, you don't see a lot of action, but you see a mixture of both in the middle weight classes, right?
Yeah, that's true.
And whenever you tell people, oh, imagine they were all the same size. Well, the problem with that is that if a heavyweight was a welterweight, he would be faster. You know what I mean? If Inoue was, you know, a middleweight, his frame would be different. I mean, there's so many dynamics, you know what I mean? But it's always going to be like that. Pound for pound is always going to favor. Most people are going to interpret it for the guys in the middle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a lot of them are not from Canada. So
now, with that being said, I want to take that statement right there, and I agree with you 100%, DStyle. And this is why we should respect Dimitri Bivol, because at 175, look at the way that guy moves. You know, look at his hand speed. Look how he boxes. He reminds you of a guy that's of a smart. You don't appear to be no 175-pound guy. Hey, respect Dimitri Bivol. That's my guy. And Gilberto Ramirez, he gonna come up there and make some noise at 175. Shock the world. Gilberto Zudo Ramirez, that's my dude, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.